Hello everybody, welcome back to my map. This is my part 2 of the video. This is going to be the bunkers and facilities. I built a big silo over there, as you can see, to add on. Recently did that. But we're going to head down to the bottom tunnel, to the, I guess the first bunker I made, underground facility, I guess. Here to the left is the bomb making room. This is where they would make them and then ship them out to other facilities I have connected to this, or use them in a sense. So the yellow parts, the yellow blocks would go in the white blocks to make a bomb, but something stupid. Here's where they store them before they have to ship them to different bunkers or to the planes. Then we'll go to the control room. This is where they use the switches right there to shoot the guns that were posted in the last video. They're going to be out by the silo. And the black thing, the little black cubes are the computers and everything. And the ones up on the ceilings are cameras. So we'll go to this room where we have a office, shows the lights in here, and over the little storage area next to this behind the wall. We'll exit here and head down to the 4 original silos I made. Not much detail put into them, just did little stuff like that. There's 4 of these. I thought about removing them so I had more space down there, but I think I'll keep them. So there's technically 5 underground silos, and then I think 1, 2, 3 topside ones, if I'm sure, if I remember right. I don't remember how many were up there. Then this is the big one. Bedrock on the bottom, and then takes off from there. I think I'm going to add lights in there so it's lit up. Now this tunnel is where the bombs that are made would go down here. And we'll bring them through this tunnel to the other bunkers I've got set up like here for large storage. Then this tunnel down here will be where the sub was, the little sub training area that I made in the first video. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It shows the buildings and everything I built on here. I keep adding onto it. Here's the tunnel heading down. So to the left, there's a big bunker right there with a vault door, office right there. Show you the bunker door. So in here are the switches, the one switch to this bunker door. Cool, hard to make. I had to keep figuring out how to fucking do the redstone. It was getting annoying. Some blocks would move and then one block wouldn't, and I'd have to go back and redo everything. Glowstone helped out a lot with it. Here's the second one. Not as big, but this is the first one I made. Pretty cool. I think that was a 2x3 door right there. Yeah. And I think this one was a 2x4, if I remember. In here is another storage area. So this is the very first one I made with no bedrock, and then the one next to it was the first one I made with bedrock, and the second one over there. So this is going to take us to research facilities back there. 2 more offices right here. This is a little office control area for the tunnel, so they track what's coming in and out. This is the security room. cameras, computers, and then those 2 switches go to the guns across the way in the other research conference room, the office in there. Then we'll head over here to the logistical room where they figure out what needs to be moved and whatnot. So we'll go up to the first research facility. This is the one I built in the sand. Thought about tearing it down or exploding it, but I figured I'd go inside and carve it out. Huge process to do this. Had to make sure sand didn't cave in or anything. You see the 3 lasers in there, or the beacons. So we'll come in here and show the offices and laboratories that I'm making. Just finishing up buildings with lights and everything, so some of them are empty. Got 2 offices right there. On my left are the bathrooms. So in here is one of the research facilities where you make enchanted books and everything. And I'll have more rooms that will have like enchanted potions and the Ender World and everything. So here is an exit tunnel that I'll be making soon. Just gotta make sure I make it right so the sand doesn't all cave in. So we'll go to the 3rd floor, technically, of this building. And up here, more offices and everything. Exit tunnel. Every floor has an exit tunnel. They will soon. Research area where they look up what to do next. And we got another office, and then this here is going to be where I store the beacons and the diamonds and everything to make the lasers that shoot up in the sky, which are pretty dope because they go pretty high up in the air, so the technique goes into outer space. So there's beacons, blocks of diamonds, and I think that's all that's in here. Yeah. And then offices on the left and right, one with a view. So we'll go to the 3rd floor or 4th floor? 3rd floor. So up here, offices, more. Pretty soon one of these will have Ender World in it, and then the other one will have potions. Probably that one will have the potion making and all the brewery stands. So this is the top floor with the lasers, as you can see by that light right there. So these are the 3 lasers I've got. Pretty cool. And an office right there. These are going to be bathrooms soon. And then we will head back down to the other research facility next to it. This is the one where I do this is where I practice redstone, figuring out how to do certain things with the redstone and traps and everything. So down this tunnel is tripwire for the guns on the side. I'll shoot a bunch of arrows right there. Then above me right there was the lava wall. One of the tripwires will drop a lava wall right there, so you can't get into here while burning to death. Up here is the control room for the doors for the animal. So this building is going to be the animal testing facility with redstone, and then I'll be practicing redstone in here. So the animals come in here, go over there. Here's the entrance from the outside. You'll come in from the outside down here. And there's another entrance up top for the actual building. When you're inside the building, you can enter from inside the building. And then we'll head up to one of the big offices down here for logistical stuff. And then 2 control rooms on the side. One right there. And then get another one over here with cameras and everything. And glass so you can see out in the tunnel and everything. So this is the entrance from the building. Go up here, and this is the building with all the offices. This is more of the administrative offices and everything. There's one right here, and then there's one right down there to the right. And then parking lot, that one right there on the left is the small administrative, and then this is the main one. So we'll head inside, go back down, and I'll show you the different levels underneath. Should have done it in clay. Stone looks kind of lame and bare, but I might switch the walls out soon. So that's the entrance in, offices again, and we'll head down to the I guess you call it the second floor here. The animals go down there, and then we got guns on the side to shoot. The switch is all the way back in the control room in the other bunker. Got a bunch of arrows in there already. So down here is one of the levels where the pigs pass through. So right here is where I'd practice redstone. I have a bunch of these built offices and rooms. So when I fill them up, I'll just go to the next room. And I kind of keep it there so I get a reference of what I made, so I know how to do it. You'll see it on the bottom floor, one of the rooms I've made that has redstone creations in it. So down here is, I think, the bottom floor. Yep, that's where the animals will go. So there's zombie pigs and everything and all that you can make. That's what I'm testing down here, figuring out how to do it and everything. So you don't really have to figure it out. There's eggs for it, but that's what this research area is for, to put them in. More rooms for redstone. The one right up here on the right is where I've started learning how to, not started learning, but starting to figure out different ways to do it. And then here's a little farm area for the animals that will come down here. I think there's a horse in there right now, as you can see. Yep. And then I'll show you the farming now. The underground farming, it's kind of a copy of the Norwegian one. If you haven't seen it, I'd look it up. There's a Norwegian bunker for like almost every seed out there in the world. So if the world there's ever a nuclear attack or anything, you'll have seeds and everything to regrow, repopulate everything. So this is the tunnel to it. A lot of tunnels in here. I kind of copied the abandoned mine shafts that you see in Minecraft. I copied that all through here. There is one on the other side of these walls, but it was too beat up to like fix, so I just made my own. These are the this is the TNT bunker, so there's a bunch of TNT down here. You'll put them on this little lift, bring them up, and they'll go onto these mine carts and get shipped out of here whenever you need them. Now to the farming area down here. We'll go to the right first. This is the cooking area, so all these hoppers and furnaces for coal, raw meat, and then you cook them to store. And then there's more storage in the back where it will show you the vegetables and everything. That's where I'm like I was learning different ways to do it, how far the hoppers reached and everything. Murals, and then the lights are pretty sick down here. So those lights are to the wall and ceiling, and then these lights, I believe, are for the hallway. I built this probably a year ago, so I kind of forgot what all the light switches went to. So that light went to the lobby area, and then this one goes to the hallway, I believe. And I have it set up to where the redstone repeaters turn them on in stages, kind of staggered. I thought it was pretty cool since the hallway's really long. So turn the lights back on, and we'll head into here to show the farming. So I'm gonna turn these lights back on to the ceiling and walls. I think the lights on the ground right here are connected to, I don't remember. So this is automatic farming. If you haven't seen this, you can look it up on YouTube, where I can show you guys how it works. Basically, there's water at the end, and then there's a ramp right here, and the water comes when all the vegetables are grown, washes them out, puts them in the hoppers, and then it will transfer them to chests that I have set up. So this is, I was going to turn this into an office, but I think I'm just going to close it up and leave it the way it is. I don't think I need to build one down here. So I'll show you the storage for like shields and armor and everything. It's connected to here, and here's where all the vegetables come down and get stored. There's this floor, and then the top floor where the hoppers come in, drop them off where they need to go, and then you bring them down there. So in here's where I store, like, it's kind of like treasures and stuff, and like different cool things that come with the game. So all the metals and that gas thing. Accidentally dropped a couple eggs in a room, and I guess I left the door open and one came out. So here's enchanted armor and everything. Here's armor for every thing. There's the, what do you call it, leather, diamond, everything. Enchanted book room, potions you can make. The realm area, I forget what you call those, but there's one there. I think I got another one set up on the other side of the map. So this is where the little gas things are. I made a room and I accidentally put some in there. So this is where whatever those are called are. That's bone meal, so it will grow them faster if you need to, instantly. And then you take them out and put them over there. I think they were used to make potions, that's why I made that. So if you have to make potions, you can use those. So we'll exit here, and this is basically the bunker and everything I have. All the tunnels connecting and everything I have underground built. And then we will head to the top. There's a hole in the ceiling. I'll head to the ground level, and I'll show you the entrance to this place. The entrance hasn't really been built yet because I've been working mainly down there, trying to figure that out and make it cool. So I tried giving this map a realistic feel to it, but you can let me know how it is, how you guys like it. So the carts come up here, drop off stuff, and then eventually this will be office space, and the entrance is right here. It's kind of got the look of that Norwegian bunker and everything. But yeah, this is basically everything underground here. So I was starting redstone right there, and then I figured I'd build a bunker and do it underground and everything. So I'll bring you to show you some cool things I've started on this map. Started over off to the right down there where the hospital was from the first video. I built a headquarters building because I realized I didn't have one, so it's gonna be next to the hospital down there, and I'll show you that in another video. So I'll leave the base and those helipads I said I built. I accidentally built them on the iPhone 6, which I don't use anymore, so it didn't save over to this one, which sucks. But right here's the museum of literally, I think it's 95% of everything in the map is here. There's just a lot of stuff I didn't feel like repeating on the walls, like, or not repeating, but like duplicates of everything. But that's almost everything in the game in there. And then parking lot I'll build right there. That took me probably 5 hours to build and put everything in there. I'll make another video on that. And then added a boardwalk to the side of this football stadium here. It's pretty cool. Trying to add detail to the outside of this. I'll keep building on it. And then the bridge here that connects to the baseball stadium, I cut in half. But I didn't like how tall it was. But yeah, there's the villa. So there's the baseball stadium. I made a video on that I'll be posting soon. This is the Navy Yard I had. So in the map in the first video, you can see like a map of the whole, what do you call this place? The Seed. And right here is the Navy boat I made with a helicopter landing on the back. I made a video on that too, and I'll be sharing. But thank you.